everybody. This is Bill Johnston. I'm the editor of the Collinsville News, and we're at Collinsville High School today talking with head girls varsity basketball coach Kelly Clark. And as he takes his charges back to the state tournament for the first time for Collinsville in 28 years. Coach, Lady Cardinals basketball team is Metro Lakes champion. They're the regional champion, and for the first time in 20 years, you're headed back to the state tournament. As a head coach, what does all of that mean to you?
Well, they far exceeded my expectations. During the interviewing process, I told them that I thought that we could win 15 to 18 games, and I was hoping we could win one tournament. We didn't. We won third in two and fifth in the other, or something like that. Prior we just won one game, so that would have been sixth maybe. 20 wins is always a goal of mine, even though it's not realistic all the time, but that's just kind of a goal of mine. I want to win every home game. We lost one here. Regionals, I thought we could win it, but we really got messed around as far as our seeding, and hopefully they're going to make some changes on that come next year, as far as OK rankings or districts or something. We'll just have to wait and see what the change is. But if we get seated where we're supposed to, we had Tahlequah's road, which was a pretty easy road compared to the one we've taken. Now it's prepared us to where if we can get past Deer Creek, to at least be ready to compete against East Central again if they win. But I figured we could win 15 to 18, and we've won 20. Selfishly, it gets me closer to my 400th win as a head coach.
How close are you?
391. So if we could rattle off three here, I'd get me a little bit where I could hit it early. I won my last game as a boys coach. Winning the state championship was my 300th victory there. You know, there's just no quitting these kids, and part of that it was, you know, 2 or 3-fold. Their parents have instilled that in them. The 20-7 record is awesome. The regional championship is awesome. You know, there's no doubt in my mind East Central is the best team in the state, but we're going to gain some confidence from that loss, I promise you, especially if we can get past Deer Creek, who's a pretty good team, but we match up with them pretty well. Sometimes you look back at a season and think, you know, I'm glad we played that game, and I'm glad we lost that game, because now we've got a little bit of an advantage, and that's the situation. Conference championship, you know, we fought that tooth, nail, and claw, and lost a couple that we shouldn't have, and won a couple that we probably shouldn't have. But I always felt like that game to Tahlequah was not on an even playing field. And sophomores that are going to be juniors next year, they've been through a lot of battles, and again, they're not going to lose that confidence. Now, Shelby being gone is going to mean a little bit more, but at the same time, we're going to have an inside punch next year that we haven't had in a long time, and we haven't had this year. So it'll just change where the majority of our big time points come from, I think. And at the same time, it'll free up some of these kids out here to shoot the ball a little bit more than what they were this year, because we didn't have much of an inside game.
Right.
So I'm anxious and looking forward to the next 4 years. There's no question about that.